Hey guys, so in this video we're going to focus on the TV today, TV troubleshooting, and detailing the living room itself. Since we're already here on the TV, let's focus on it. So take it back to the basics. When in doubt, if you're having any trouble with the TV, ask yourself, what would I do at my own house? And take it back to the basics again. Step 1, does it have power? Double check that it's plugged in. Step 2, is the HDMI cord plugged in? Step 3, try to find the right remote. In this case, I see an Xfinity box, which ties to Comcast. I got a Comcast Xfinity remote. I'd like to think that there's cable in this particular one. So you're gonna double check that the input is correct. Sometimes it's on HDMI 1, sometimes it's on HDMI 2. At that point, we're trying to turn it on. And not every TV is gonna be instantly turned on, and that's okay. So at this point, usually what we do is put the remote down, see what happens, you've turned it on, and that way you can start to focus on the rest of the living room and you're not wasting a lot of time standing in front of the TV. But do keep an eye on it. So just like all the other rooms that we talk about, we like this principle of hug the room, meaning you want to go around, you're going to touch all the walls. Game on. So it does have cable. That's a good thing. We know it works. In this case, we know it's on the right HDMI. At this point, you can move on. And like I said, you can hug the rest of the room. So TV's on. We're happy. Let's turn it back off. So as we are hugging this room, the things that you're focused on, of course, is furniture and the chairs and just the general condition of the pillows that's going on. You're looking for things like stains, you're looking for tears, you do want to look underneath. You're looking for anything left behind by the guests. Kids are notorious for losing games or toys. If these flip over, in this case it doesn't, you do want to check underneath the cushions because at times people will stain them or spill something on them and they flip them over. We need to know that. Of course, you're looking at any sort of clutter, anything that's dangerous that might come down, you want to just be mindful of. In this case, super neat and organized. This is how we want it to be presented. You are going to check the lights, if I could find the light, or how to turn it on. So it worked. We're going to check all the lights throughout, especially the recessed ones. You want to make sure everything's working properly. In this case, I see a wall-mounted mini split. This serves for both heat and AC, but primarily AC I would expect in the summertime as a summer rental on Cape Cod. In this particular case, the remote, which really functions as the thermostat, is found right here, which is great. And in this case, because it's wintertime, we're going to turn it on. It's a little power button here. If there's any confusion, remember you can go back to the digital guest book with the QR code, and there are going to be instructions on how to operate this. So keep that in mind if you ever get confused. But we'd set it to 68 in the wintertime, summertime be 72. The most important part is that it's going to be on the same setting throughout the entire house, and ideally you're going to be setting the temperature the same so it feels the same to the guests when they arrive. When it's on and done, put the remote back. Light and bright, that's how we want it when the guests arrive. If you're coming around the room or hugging it, you are going to check the door. We want to make sure it's operating properly. The locks are working properly. Looks like it is, and we'll keep these open for the guests who are coming in. Same idea here. You're looking around. You're looking at the condition again. All the same stuff we talked about. Lastly, we do want to look at coffee tables. These are things, at least in my house, that are always getting cluttered up with a variety of items, games, whatever. We want this to be empty on the top, which it is here, neat and organized underneath here. This is perfect. This is what we want to see. And lastly, as we come around, looking for anything else, make note of the modem here. And in this particular case, this house has what was a natural or a wood burning fireplace. If it's a gas fireplace, those are something that we do entertain for rental guests in October through April. We do not want them on during the summer months because we're naturally fighting the air conditioning versus the heat that it's producing. We do not allow any wood burning fireplaces or wood being burned in any of our homes. This is great. We have the please do not use the fireplace sign here. If there was ever evidence that we did try to use it, do note that. Create a work order. We'll talk about that more in the training in Breezeway, and we're going to want to get it cleaned out. If it's not something you're in a position to clean out, one of our property managers will. Appreciate all the time that we took here in the living room, and we appreciate your attention to detail.